dbt allows to perform testing. With dbt test command, you can perform data test and unit test. Data test defines on models, sources, snapshots, seeds. Data tests are assertions you make about your models and other resources in your dbt project. When you run tests, dbt will tell you if each theme in your project fails or passes each test. You can use data tests to improve the integrity of the SQL in each model by making assertions. Out of the box, you can test whether specified column in a model only contains, for example, non-null values, unique values that have a corresponding value in another model for referential integrity. You can extend data tests to suit business logic specific to your organization. Unit tests are defined on the SQL models. Like almost everything in dbt, data tests are SQL queries. Tests to run can be selected using -select flag. For example, dbt test -select test type data for data test and unit for unit test. Out of the box, dbt ships with 4 generic data tests already defined: unique, not null, accepted values, and relationships. In this demo, I will add tests to sources. Let's add to cussources.yaml. The cussources.yaml file. I'm going to modify the code here to define the tests. So this is the file we used as a sources. So here we got few more items defined. For example, I'm defining the description for the column, a cust ID. I'm defining description for the table, and as well as additionally highlighted here, I'm defining a test with the keyword test here, unique. What this unique means, whenever the dbt runs a test command or a build command, which also includes test dbt test, will try to assess whether cust ID data is unique or not. If it is not unique, the test will fail and the dbt build will also won't continue and it will fail. So I'm going to save this one, and now let's run dbt test command or dbt build. So I'm going to just run dbt build. Okay, as you can see now, there is one additional task step which dbt build is doing when compared to earlier build. That is the source unique customer cust ID. So when we expand it, we can see further details on that, and it's going to see whether it passed or not. So this is that by having the test keyword in our sources, this is what it's doing. It is issuing this select statement, cust ID, count star, whether to see having count greater than 1, meaning is it unique or not. So in this case, the test passed because we have non-unique values in the table cust1. In this case, it has succeeded since the data in the cust sources1 table has unique values. To demo that the test will fail if we have non-unique values in the cust source1 cust ID field, let's switch to Snowflake and update Snowflake data to make cust source1 cust ID non-unique. So I'm going to insert another row into cust sources with the same cust ID 1. For the row, this is the third row, there is already a row which has a cust ID of 1 in row 1. I'm going to insert that data, and now let's see if it has successfully inserted. As you can see, now we got 3 rows in cust source 1, and the first and the 3 rows are cust ID of 1. That means the table, we have made the table field non-unique. Let's go back to dbt and try to run dbt build to see what we get. I'm going to do dbt build again. Okay, so you can see it has failed as expected, and it has not gone to the next step, which is actually build the transformations in the data platform. So let's see what it has written. So it says that failure in test source, as expected, right? Because we have a now non-unique values. So it's tried to run this against the source, and it got failed because it's got non-unique values in the table now. So it is a great for data validation test to make sure clean data goes into the target.